What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to another daily news video about Vlahovic controversy, or controversy created for no good reason. I'm gonna say around Vlahovic, surrounding Vlahovic, even when he's not playing. All the issues at the beginning were he's not playing well, he's not playing even if he's playing. The effort is not really there. The incident with the fans, when he not flipped them off, but almost flipped them off, and all the things that transpired after that. Now Colomani popping up and doing well, benching him. And there was the Como game kind of was like a wasp nest, when it came to Vlahovic, with reports about him going to the locker room, which were not true at all, with him fake smiling, and with the video that came out later on. And this is the video. So the video is him telling Perin, that Gatti made a mistake early on in the second half when Nico Paz got that shot off and Di Gregorio saved that. That was a horrible mistake from Gatti, who was going to the man, really, and not really looking at the ball and not really looking at the player, just in between, and it just bounced beyond it. And that was what Vlahovic was telling Perin, he's not doing well. He's made a mistake over there. Look at that. That cannot happen. So this is the video in question. So you can look at it right now. The video right now, and before we get into it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as always, as well. But the video got taken out of proportion by a lot of journalists, and just in general, because Vlahovic had an opinion on a teammate playing a game. What happened is perfectly normal, by the way. If I don't think anyone really thinks that players do not have an opinion on them, like on teammates, and this was not in the open. Yes, a camera span on the bench, but I don't think you're really thinking about that when you're sitting on the bench. You're just in the heat of the moment. You see happening what's happened, and it was really poor from Gatti, like really, really poor, and actually unacceptable at this level for a player playing for this club. That's just not focusing and just being kind of loosey with it. And I'm just gonna put that player away and the ball, and you get absolutely nothing. Not the player and not the ball, and you almost concede like 2-3 minutes into the second half. And Vlahovic was just basically explaining that to Perin, saying, look what Gatti did over there. He didn't, mark this man, didn't have the ball, almost cost us. Why is he doing that? And that's fine. Even if Vlahovic has not been playing well this season, he still can have an opinion. When you're on the bench, you talk about these things. There's nothing wrong with what happened. That's why I'm talking about it, because I don't think that whatever happened today or yesterday on that bench should become an issue surrounding Vlahovic. Because like Motta is saying, he's not playing Vlahovic. Colomani is playing. He's playing very well. And at this moment in time, Vlahovic has no way out. He knows he cannot leave right now. It's the end of the season or nothing. He needs to be the best version of himself. He needs to support Colomani, which he did as well. He needs to be happy. He needs to be ready when called upon, because you don't know what's going to happen. An injury, a moment, a yellow card, suspension, or you need to come on because we're playing with two up top, whatever. He needs to be ready. He needs to be the best version you can possibly be, considering your Vlahovic. Even what happens in the summer doesn't really matter right now, because nothing can change. It's the transfer window is closed. You need to be the best version of yourself. And right now, I don't want that the media is running away with this, because I think it's a non-story. It happened, and it's normal that teammates talk about teammates and all that stuff. That's perfectly normal, perfectly fine, and it should be the case. Like, it should happening. Like, the moment it happened, I saw that video, I'm like, yeah, normal. Like, he didn't say anything wrong. It happened, and he was telling Perin that's a mistake, and it could have cost us if not for Di Gregorio. So all good. Right now, there's no peep of Vlahovic being angry with Colomani, angry with Thiago Motta, not training well, not showing up in time, whatever, not putting in 100% effort. Because Motta comes out and he's like, he is immaculate. Like, he's training, he's working hard, he's ready to play when we need him to play. But he also understands that he's not been playing well this season. And when the moment Colomani comes in, he's not coming in, being Motta to... I didn't expect him to start this many games. I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't. But with the injury of Vlahovic leading up to it and Colomani, playing against Napoli, I was like, this can flip really quickly, And now on top of that, he's scoring 5 goals in 3 games. Obviously, at a 100% rate, obviously that's not going to last. But that's the moment Vlahovic should be ready for. The moment Colomani doesn't have a good game, or it doesn't, come off, and he doesn't score in minute 75 and he's having a terrible game, whatever, that is when you need to be ready, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if the next game you're starting. You don't know if, okay, he didn't play well, I came off the bench, I did well, now it's my chance again. You don't know. You need to be ready for that. And I don't want the media to highlight that video with Gatti, or, talking about Gatti, because it's kind of a non-story. It happened and it's cool. It's cool. We need to move on, because we have bigger issues to talk about. We have an issue about consistency, the way we play, the way we try to dominate games, and so on, so on. That's our main issue right now. These are the things we should be focusing on. And, those things are just a distraction that are doing absolutely nobody good. Like, not Vlahovic, not the team, not Gatti. Vlahovic and Gatti are best friends, by the way, as well. So I don't think, like, Gatti will probably see that video and he was like, yeah, cool. And I don't I wouldn't be shocked if post-game Vlahovic went up to Gatti and said, at that moment in time, you messed up, you made a mistake. And I don't think for once that didn't happen the other way around. That post-game, players went up to Vlahovic and like, man, should have been doing bad. Like, these things happen in the locker room. It's just in this age and time and age, everything is on camera, even on the bench. And on the bench, things are being said that, should be said. I would be extremely worried if they're all sitting there like penguins, and nobody's saying anything, and they go home and they show up next week again. That's the wrong attitude. So it's cool that it happened, I guess. But the focus should be, for Vlahovic as well, just be ready. Be ready when you call upon, like against Empoli, and you delivered. You didn't get called upon against Empoli, that's cool, fine. PSV next, be ready. Because maybe minute 60, Colomani's having a horrible game, I don't know, or we're struggling, and Motta's like, okay, Vlahovic, it's up to you. Then you need to be ready. Then that's the moment where I'm like, okay, now it's up for you to show up. And right now, I don't see any signs that he's not ready for that moment. So let's see how that will go the next couple of days, because we play, obviously, PSV on Tuesday, which we'll preview later on tomorrow, But that's it for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow during the preview. Ciao.